There's a device that I've been using called a Whoop.
Hello and welcome back to iGao 6. I'm your host Dan Sugano, aka Skittles, and in this video we're going to be covering iGao 6 preseason challenge number 3. That's the custom FPV power loops. The power loop is one of the foundational maneuvers of FPV freestyle, in such that it acts like a building block in a pilot's skill set upon which they can build and learn many more tricks with similar motions. However, for this challenge, we're going to be focusing on the standard power loop. So before we jump into the goals for the challenge, I want to introduce the concept of a celebration roll for the new players. You will see this phrase on many of the challenge goals this season, including all 3 of the goals from this specific challenge. The idea developed as a way to require pilots to demonstrate control at the end of their video clip and not quickly cut to hide a bumper crash. Of course, by now it should be very obvious that the iGao preseason is optional and there are no penalties, but if you forget a celebration roll during a regular season challenge, that will result in you getting a letter. So always double check and make sure you fully understand the challenge and that you have completed all the elements properly in your video submission. Okay, so now let's go over the 3 goals for iGao 6 preseason challenge number 3, custom FPV power loops. So goal 1 is to perform a standard power loop on any over-under obstacle and then perform a celebration roll. So if you're new to iGao, when you're performing your power loop, you must first fly under the obstacle and then loop back upside down and over the top of that obstacle, and then complete the loop by flying back under the obstacle a second time. And only once you've flown under or through the obstacle again, that second time, have you completed your power loop. And then you can move on to the celebration roll. Goal 2 is to perform back-to-back self-power loops, so a power loop through your legs and over your head, and then a celebration roll. I just want to toss in a quick pro tip when power looping yourself that I've learned from experience. You want to start your loop flying forward and go through your legs, and then loop up over your back and back over yourself to the front and back through your legs again. This is because if you do happen to come up short and hit yourself, it'll be in your back or the back of your head rather than in your face. Note, this is for whoops only.
iGao 6 does not condone flying open prop drones through your legs. Just don't do it. Bad idea.
If you're flying larger unducted drones, then you can replace yourself with an iGao-sized gate or gap that's on the ground. Moving on to goal 3, that is to perform back-to-back power loops again and then a celebration roll, but this time you have to have an iGao-sized gate or gap at the top of your loops. So you're going to fly under that gate and then flip upside down and backwards in your looping motion and pass through the gate at the top of your loop. Repeat that motion again, and then fly under the gate a 3rd time to complete the 2nd loop, perform a celebration roll, and you've completed goal number 3. Of course, the maximum size gate or gap is the iGao Max of 28 inches or 71 centimeters, and for this challenge, the gate can be set at any height above the ground. All right, so that wraps up the goals. Now we're gonna move on to the points of focus. And the main point of focus for this challenge is that you perform all your loops with something we refer to in iGao as constant loop motion. This is often abbreviated as CLM. So in FPV freestyle, there are several tricks that have a looping or circular type path. And in iGao, we have a requirement called constant loop motion that governs these tricks. And it's just like it sounds. It's just that you need to be moving in constant motion of the loop while performing these tricks. The main idea is that you just never stop completely, like catch yourself and then line up before completing the loop. If you ever fully catch, come back, and then go forward, that's definitely going to be a violation of constant loop motion, and you got to redo your loop. The next point of focus is for goals 2 and 3 when you're performing multiple loops back to back. When doing this, the 2nd loop must be done immediately after the 1st loop, meaning that the end of loop number 1 is the start of loop number 2, and you're not allowed to fly around to set up before the 2nd loop. The final point of focus is that you complete and fly away cleanly from all of your loops and then perform a celebration roll after completing each of the 3 goals for this challenge. All right, pilots, that's everything you need to know to attempt iGao 6 preseason challenge number 3, the custom FPV power loops. Now, before we get into the trick tutorial, I wanted to talk about this challenge's title sponsor, Custom FPV. Custom FPV, aka Noah Fitzer, is a standout member of the FPV community. He contributes his time and efforts for the benefits of pilots all around the world in many ways. His designs have helped tons of pilots efficiently pack and store their whoops with his fleet boxes. He's the lead organizer of the micro drone race at the National Museum of the United States Air Force, and he has inspired others with his clutch performances on the biggest stages in whoop racing. And on top of all that, Custom also works full-time at 533, and he facilitated the communication for the 533 sponsorship as well. I'm privileged to have Noah as a sponsor of iGao6 and as one of my good friends. So I thought it would be cool to have the title sponsor of a challenge also help with the trick tutorial. So I asked Custom to assist, and now that I think of it, I haven't heard back from him in a week or more. So let me call him up and see if he's gonna help out. He doesn't seem to be picking up. That's weird. Maybe Nightwing knows where he is. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Dan.
So, have you heard from Noah recently?
No, I haven't, now that you mention it.
So, last week I had asked him to make a decision about...
You did what? Dan, you know how he gets. Remember when he tried to
God.
change his gimbal tension at Whooptopia a couple years ago? That almost broke him.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember. That's my bad.
Yeah, it is. He's going to be on the fence for months trying to make another decision.
Anyway, since Custom is indisposed, do you think you can help me out with the power loop tutorial for iGao6?
No problem. I got you. What's going on? This is Nightwing, and welcome to iGao6. This preseason challenge, we are going to be learning how to do power loops. So here we go. We have our little example drone. So the basics of a power loop, imagine there's an obstacle right here, and you're going to fly underneath the obstacle. You're going to pitch back and increase throttle to climb all the way over the obstacle, complete the flip while you're going upside down, and then fly back underneath the obstacle and exit through the obstacle in the same direction that you started.
So when you're going to do a basic open air power loop, you want to find a nice spot. I like to have a spot that there's kind of like a street. I think is decent, except for if you crash, it's going to be a little bit harder of an impact. But finding a line or something that you can like fly straight up and down is a really good way to make sure that you're not drifting too far left or too far right. So once you find a good spot that you're going to go for the power loop, you're going to fly forward and then slowly increase the throttle. As you increase the throttle, you're going to pitch backwards on the right stick until you're upside down and flying backwards. And then keep pitching backwards until you see the ground and slowly catch yourself by re-engaging the throttle, and then you have completed a power loop. If you're going to be doing this maneuver with a whoop or a smaller drone that's more affected by the wind, make sure that you do this so that the wind is going to be blowing backwards, kind of blowing you over your obstacle that you're going to power loop. What else should I say?
That's good. Now go into how you would do it on an obstacle.
Okay.
Can you do like a tree? Is there enough room for that?
Yeah, we can power loop this tree. So when you're going to power loop an obstacle, the most important thing is to make sure that you actually get all the way over the obstacle. So it's okay to go to the moon at first when you're first practicing this, and then as you get better and figure out like how tall the obstacle is, whoops, that wasn't enough, you can add more or add less throttle to get over it. But when you're going to be power looping an obstacle, you want to start by flying under it and then punching up, and then doing the same maneuver, just pitching back slightly until you are flying upside down backwards, and then once you see that you've come over the obstacle, you're going to continue pitching backwards until you catch yourself. So right now the wind is blowing me a little bit to the left, so I kind of have to roll a little to the right to counter it. Yeah, so that's why if you have the opportunity, you want to be going with the wind. So it would be better to kind of power loop it this way at this angle. When you're pulling out of the power loop, it's super easy to just jam the throttle again to try and catch yourself to make sure you don't hit the ground. And then you're gonna hit some prop wash potentially, or just it's gonna not look super smooth. So a great way to keep that like exit smooth is to continue that, keep the pitch going at the same pace. So however fast you're flipping the drone in your power loop, that's what you want to try and maintain when you're pulling out of the power loop as well. And then when you're coming close to the ground again is when you really want to engage the throttle, but really engage it slowly. You don't want to just jab the throttle again, because that'll make it look all jerky. And you really want to just slowly engage the throttle. And when you're watching my hands, you'll notice that I'm not like hitting full throttle to catch this drone. You don't really ever need to hit full throttle unless you got like a really tight gap that you're pulling through. But yeah, I'm only hitting like about half throttle on the catch here. And then you just kind of got to trust your line and ride it out.
So no simulator tutorial from Nightwing, but we do have a bunch of sweet freestyle.
This is the Unkillable drone. The only way that I would kill it is if I lose it.
And this clip here demonstrates a very important lesson that many pilots have learned the hard way.
Say that before your last battery.
This is my last battery, and you should never say last battery. But I'm calling it right now, because I know that this drone is the Unkillable drone. Oh. Okay, we're a little crooked now. Should I try flying the rest of the pack like this? Fuck it. Oh, no, that is... Oh, reset the board. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, come back to me, baby. Come on. Come on. There we go. Uh-oh. That is an unhappy drone. I think I killed the unkillable drone, dude, on the last pack. Because I said everything, dude. Said everything you shouldn't.
Alright, iGoers, those are the custom FPV power loops. Good luck and happy whooping. All right, what's up? Oh, look, I got one of them somewhat close. You're kind of in the screen, Chad. Okay, how's everybody doing? I gotta adjust these windows real quick because Discord makes it super easy to keep your stream consistent. All right, there we go. There's Blasta. I gotta find Callisto on this one. Wait, he's up from that. There he is. All right, and Heads is probably going to show up eventually.
He will be the last head we put on the stream.
Anyway, how's everyone doing today? We're going to review the top videos and honorable mentions from the first preseason challenge. That was the EMAX Split S. We got Blasta here and Callisto.
Yo.
Two of the judges and mentors this season. So, let's see. Where is our list? We had a total of 268 videos submitted for this first challenge. Not bad. There's about 1,000 people registered right now. And I picked 10 top videos. And then we have a bunch of honorable mentions for where we'll just watch like a little bit of it just to kind of show some different things that everyone did. There was a lot of cool different dive gaps. Yeah, and the thing we implemented so far this season was asking people if they wanted to have their video watched. And I actually forgot to grade these. These are the few handful of people, 11 people that said they didn't want their video watched on stream, but everyone else said yes or maybe, so we watched them all. But yeah, let's just jump into some of the honorable mentions here. Our first honorable mention is Retry Win. You guys remember him from last season? Callisto, I'm sure you do.
Oh, yep. I remember him.
Yeah, so he's just ripping a 5-inch in this first one. Here, I'll take a quick look at it. Really nice control. It's fun to see some people fly in the bigger drones. They just have like a different like feel to. You can just like feel the weight in the video compared to
yeah, you can just fling it around.
Yeah. Anyway, good to see Retry back. It'll be fun to see him this season. Yeah, he just did the first part of the challenge because he's doing a 5-inch. But let's move on here. Our next top video or honorable mention is Tad Owner. I don't know if you remember this guy from last season. He made the little IGAO 5 logo that was that a lot of people put on their OSD, and he's done it again this season. He made a little rendition of the IGAO 6 logo here in the top of his OSD. And then he's also he's got a new kid that he's featured in this video. So pretty cool. I'm sure he let everyone download it last year. So if you hit up Tad, I'm sure he'll let you download this little. I think it's like normally it's like a couple different characters that you put together. make it the logo. Anyway, pretty cool. It's a good rendition of this year's logo. All right, next up we've got Nick Random. I forget which this. I don't have a comment on this one. Oh yeah.
Okay, so street is over any object.
A couple different people kind of like talked and explained out the challenge.
And right.
I always like that. Anytime you have multiple things like stick cam and multiple cameras too, you know.
Now to the right.
Just
Yeah.
as an honorable mention, but if he hinted at
That's
it
cool.
here.
Where does he live? Like a jungle in his backyard.
Yeah, he had a little preview of it here. Let me see. I can see, look up where he lives real quick.
So this is actually 11 inches. Okay, and I'll put it here, and I think that'll do.
It's in the middle of a jungle.
Ay, pero que verga. So I had to switch to my Meteor 75 Pro in order to be able to finish the challenge. But yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
no.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
The end of the challenge one.
He got
of
the
Preseason.
drone
Let's see
stuck
how
in
that
his.
goes.
I'm sure it's his daughter, I think, possibly. Anyway, that's always fun. Here's another multi-cam, high edit or high effort video. Got that sync snap. Anyway, here's Nacho. Here's ripping out the skate park / basketball hoop. He's got the stick cam and the regular cam. And then at the very end, he's going for the basketball hoop, which a handful of people did. We'll see some of the better attempts. And he keeps clipping the net just barely. But then at the end, he finally pulls it off without a ground tap. Nice.
Nice.
Solid video
And
there
with
for
the
El
trippy.
Nacho. Yep, a lot of trippies. Everyone loves trippies.
That they do.
All right, next up. Oh, okay, so it's not on the basketball hoop theme. A couple people like, there's kind of two different attempts at going for a basketball hoop. You can just kind of go up to it, just kind of barely peek over and hop through it, or you can go like for a half court shot like this.
Jeez, nice.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
High risk one too. Whenever you're going that fast with that much speed, So great job there. That was Clobbit. B-Bird. Oh, this is one of the cool split S obstacles. It's this weird like UFO looking thing.
That's cool. That'd be fun to fly around. You could do some little caves in there.
Yeah,
Back and forth, back and forth.
gets a couple good split S here through it. Oop, this cuts to it.
Oh,
Looks
it's
like
all
it's pretty
graffitied on the
windy.
inside. That's so cool.
Yeah. Alright, pretty cool spot there for B-Bird. Another cool spot. This is a blazing FPV. Whatever, like, cool statue looking thing this thing was. Next to a fountain. Pretty cool.
That was cool.
Pretty spot there in the city.
Nice little. I don't even know what that structure is. It's like an art
Yeah,
installation.
yeah, it's just like an art thing. Okay, next up. Whoop, there it is.
There it is.
Titus.
Last year I thought it was Whoopter Titus, and he clipped me saying that.
Titus. Whoopter Titus.
Uh,
Titus. Whoopter Titus.
Like Jal.
Yeah. Anyway, kind of risky here, near the water.
Titus.
Over the water, yeah.
He does dive through it here towards the end.
Those are good split S.
And almost, oh,
Nice. Whoop.
ooh, it gets through there. Solid video there from Whoop, there it is. Alright, next up, Hotspur. Just had a nice little intro. I like these, just A little clip like that, you know, spices up the video a little bit. Just a little. Whee!
Now, right now.
And then Hotspur just goes. He just rips.
This is the new dawn.
Yeah.
This is the new day. Now is the time.
Goes for a couple self Baranis and selfies, self trippies. Pretty solid rip overall.
Hotspur and Cumber and his brother Cumber are getting really, really fast.
Oh yeah, good looking self trippies there, locked in and exited.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, Cumber submitted like race video, which also Flying Sharks did. Pretty sweet.
I mean, Mr. Man, I think, submitted his race video too.
Yeah, Flying Sharks with a pretty sweet compilation of like great racetracks here. This one's pretty standard in the lower part, but then it goes upstairs.
This is the Cannon Whoop track, I think.
Is this Cannon Whoop?
Yeah, this is the Cannon Whoop.
Yeah, I recognized a lot of them.
It's just a recreation of the Cannon Whoop track. I don't know if it's the actual track.
It is.
I think so, because they go all the way. And then this one, also pretty cool. I think I saw Weird Enough flying at this place as like the little tunnels. Anyway, lots of split S's and racing.
Cool track.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to meet Flying Sharks at a race, but I know he goes to...
Goes to the Air Force one.
Yeah.
Or he didn't go this last year, but... Anyway.
Oh, that was a great transition.
Yeah, a couple different switches. Yeah, this part here is cool, and then big split S down.
Yep.
Anyway, cool video there from Flying Sharks. Next up, we've got Devade Rado. Another basketball hoop from deep here. Nice little intro. Cool obstacle here. I think it's like it was like a climbing thing, a climbing wall in there. Yeah, let's watch the basketball hoop. Oh, this was a good one too, right here. Little tiny.
Ooh, nice gap. Can he do the right split S? Oh, different clip, different clip.
Yep. Different clip. He only had to do one technically, but a lot of people did both. Okay, so here goes half court shot for the basketball hoop.
Oh, there it is. Oh, with the net too.
Yeah,
netting.
with a net. Pretty sweet. All right. Next up, Aka or AC1A. He just had a cool intro here.
It's probably has to be AI generated.
Yeah, it looks like
Otherwise,
AI.
Mad props to whoever made that.
Anyway. It's cool. Different ways to get honorable mention. Here with the editing. His little background. Flying with a friend. This other person submitted a video as well. Alright. Wonky. The same longs always got a cool high effort edit from Wonky. Lots of stuff going on. I think Wonky had the most total split S in his video. He has got a ton of split S examples in all different spots, different ways.
Ride filter going on.
A handful of people did the arm gaps for the horizontal gate. That's always a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's hard to do.
Yeah, it's tough to hold your controller out like that. Right. Fun video from Wonky. He's been flying all day up into the night.
Speed run.
Yeah. He did all three of them together. Technically, you could kind of do all three of the challenges in 2 split S. A couple people did that, like Zare. So this video is like 11 seconds long. All right, another honorable mention. Trasic here. I thought this was a good, just I like his flow overall. I don't remember this guy from last year. He was the one that made the weird stick cams last year. Like that just didn't line up with the actual him flying. Anyway, he rips around here, and then his dive gap is the sunroof, and then out the car.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, very clean execution. Good to see him back again this season. All right, takeout tree. Oh, he did kind of a little
Hey, I go started. Where you go?
which was stop motion at the beginning.
Go 6. You need to train more, pilot. okay, I will.
And then he has some pretty tiny dive gates here on the fence.
Yeah, super corny.
Solid execution there on those. All right. Let's see what else we got. Sodium free. Oh yeah, this was a cool spot.
Remember him from last year.
Yeah, he made the top. I mean, he made his playoffs. Anyway, here, this bando here. That's a sweet dive.
Oh.
A little trippy around the thing, and then there's another. I think there's like another really sweet dive right at the end. Oh yeah, through this thing, right through the middle of the X here. Whee!
Nice.
Solid dives there. Oh, this guy is one of the newest pilots. Only been flying for 2 months, and already looking like, picking it up really quick. Look at these split S for only flying for 2 months.
That's pretty good. That's great.
Yeah, good control, nice speed.
Oh yeah, through the gate. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
EVPer.
EVPer, yeah. Anyway, looks like he's got a lot of potential there.
Yeah, some good pilots. Looks like some good pilots this season.
Yeah. Next step up, we got Finch. Oh, this was a pretty cool spot overall. The fire gap for the split S.
Is that?
It looks like Arizona, but I'm pretty sure it's Arizona. A nice dive gate there. Nice rip from Finch. Little gorilla whoop action.
Nice.
Okay, moving on up, we got Brooklyn. Oh, okay, I remember this one. This is cool. It's like a fire burnt this area. He's out in the woods ripping. Then the dive gates here at the end. Oh, I just gave it away.
Oh wait, that was sick.
Yeah. So look at this little obstacle. Not much room out off the bat either.
Oh. Oh my god, he gonna do it right?
Oh, just bounces out, but then nails it again.
Damn.
Right? And the same clip. Little bow wow
Dog,
gal
he's
action.
like, give me that.
Pretty sweet dive there. Tiny exit. The first time he went through the bars and exit, the second time he got all the way down. Alright, next up Blix, another finalist from last season.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, a bunch of cool clips here in his room. Hitting all types of gaps together through the top gate. Then stands up there too and starts. He does the arm dive gate. I wanted him to do like the loop through the gate and then through his arms. That would have been crazy.
That would have been
But
sick.
yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah, bunch of really tight space flips. I'm sure Blitz will be a contender again this season. Nice split S loop right there. Very clean. Alright. Black Pawn? Oh, Black Pawn had the best EMAX submission. Just a solid all-around submission. Some pretty looking video. Cut with the music. And he also won the EMAX $50 for the EMAX submission this week. So
Nice.
EMAX, the title sponsor of the challenge. If you fly a EMAX drone, you got some extra chances to win some prizes. So great job by Black Pawn here. Oh, this one was interesting. If he had pulled this off really good, this would have been a top video, but he just kind of got it. Anyway, trying to split LS himself while skiing down the hill.
That is ballsy.
Right? If he had pulled it off really good, it definitely would have been a top video. But he gets all the other requirements in there before going for the selfies. Here they come. So he gets that one. But then, oh, down to the snow, and then,
Sucks.
So, gets the selfies done there. But yeah, cool idea there, trying to do it while skiing. Pretty sweet. All right, these next 4 are our almost top videos, and then we'll have 10 top videos. So we'll watch through them once, then we'll come back through and we'll give scores, see who's the top 4, and then the audience will vote on who wins. All right, let's see. Only FPV fans. This was almost a top video, but it's basically just like, yeah, he has a plane. I'm not sure if this is his yard, but it's like just in the backyard of a house.
The hell?
Right? It's like all set up for us to like display, like you can go in there and anyway, pretty sweet. He split us the plane and then he split us himself. So one of the cool.
Very interested in the explanation of the backyard plane.
Yeah, I don't
Could be
know.
a museum, like, or something, or
yeah, I don't see any other planes, just the one.
Place where they like rent it out for filming purposes. You need like plane interior to film it. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. And also kind of dive gap.
I mean, it looks legit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a real plane. Alright, pretty cool. Something you don't see every day. Oops.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Velos.
Backwoods, one of our 4 finalists, came in 4th last season. Starting off strong here.
Nice.
With this rip. He's got some really solid tricks in here. I tried not to just like, if I gave everyone a top video that did a self-trippy or something, it would be just a bunch of people self-trippies or something. There was like 4 or 5 people that did a self-trippy in their first video. Anyway, nice clips here from Backwoods, that little tiny split S gap, and then he does a self-brawny at one point and a self-trippy. Let's see that here. Almost got that.
Oh.
Nice. Got those selfie tricks on lock after a whole season of IGO. Yeah, really nice Brawny there too.
That was a good Brawny. Clean.
Cool trick there. Little trippy laddered. Very nice. Backwoods looking to make the finals again, I believe. Alright. And another finalist. Well, not finalists. Top 16, I think Cybex made it to. That's a cool spot. Little slide or water slide.
I'll say water slide. Or slide.
Then he does kind of the all-in-one selfie plus dive gate split S. Oh, that was sweet.
Ooh, oh, that's sick.
The reverse. Tree trippies. Oh yeah, then he knows the way to my heart. Here at the playground. Split S to slide. Nice looking slide there too. Did you see the clip where All Plumes like was sliding under a fence in his video? The Brawny slide. Oh, you gotta check out that clip. Just like on the concrete.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna go on to our top videos. We've got 10 of those. Almost everyone did all the goals. There are 2 pilots that didn't do the last goal, the dive gate, but you'll see why they're still top videos when we get to them. Anyway, we'll start with Balzac, who really just put on a whole split S clinic here, doing everything you could do in one video. Starting with the selfie split S's and the dive gates, and he goes all the way up, split S down window to window.
Nice.
Gotta do it both directions for everything, of course. And then he's got a bunch more. He starts to do some really tiny gaps, split S. First a little back-to-back dive gates.
Good. Yep. Got the good practice for racing.
A little tap one. Oh, and then I don't know if you remember that from last season. That's his skateboard simulation. There's the actual skateboard from Cybex's challenge. And then it's a couple tiny gaps. Boom.
Yeah.
Two tiny gaps there.
Just so tiny.
And then also a dive tunnel. Very clean.
Nice.
So, whole smorgasbord of split S from Balzac. Next up, Bob Hilarious, who has one of the coolest whoop spots seen in a minute.
What the heck?
His whoop barn.
That's sick.
Right?
Like a whoop paradise.
Yeah, some really nice split S there. This one's cool through this like box dive that he's got from level to level. Super clean split S.
You know, build such a sick track in here.
Yeah, a little tiny gate there. Anyway, nice little display there. Only 30 seconds, but really cool spot. This one was probably my favorite obstacle overall, because it was kind of a one-time thing. So they cut the tree and then he split S it as it goes down.
Cool.
That's thick.
right? That's pretty cool. I thought that
Yeah.
was super cool.
Bro was just waiting for that.
Yep. I'm not sure if he's like one of the
Tree fellers.
like yeah, working with them, or if that was his house. But pretty cool to
Looks
like
like what the clothes he was wearing.
yeah, to get the clip of it right as it falls. Great video there from Mickton. Next up is Moik. No wait, Mike with Moik.
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 Making me very moik.
Yeah, it's a solid all around video. I think it's all one clip. There might be one cut. But you can definitely tell that he's got some skills. Nice trippy there.
Love how his quad just says like, damn, once in a while.
Solid one clipper. Good song choice. I like that song.
Nightwing and singing it in the chat.
All right, Shallot. I remember from last season probably. He started off with some wing split S. Almost hit those random people.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's tough with like a little foamy like that. Anyway, I thought that was unique. And then he's got the other requirements here in this clip with the little selfie cam.
Nice.
Yep, and then the dive gate. Oh, all in one clip.
Ooh.
Fun video.
Nice little
there,
warehouse
Shallot.
fly in there.
Yep. Sweem. Everyone knows Sweem. He has that classic clip, the you can split my S anytime in the intro video. Anyway, classic high energy sweep video. Tons of tricks.
Cube tower.
Yep, he dives through the cube tower a bunch. That little turnaround whip he does out sometimes.
That was like wild.
Obligatory trippy. Some nice proximity on those selfie trippies.
It's an awesome contraption he's got set up there.
I'm surprised that
That was a crazy Matty with the legs.
yeah, he's got that half Matty on lock. He does it under his sheep a bunch. Surprised you don't see him end up in that pool.
I know, that's what
Occasionally.
I've seen him in that pool for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen him in that.
so big. It's like right there next to him. Great rip from Sweem.
Nice job, Sweem.
It's always got a bunch of cool stuff in his videos. All right, next up, Red Maddie.
Pretty all-around pilot.
good racer, good freestyler. Solid dive gap there. He goes onto the playground with sand. Not ideal for whoops, but you know. And then this is pretty sweet. Look at him. There he is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course. Selfie split S, but
I was
upside
just
down.
vibing. That was sick.
Right?
Yeah, that was good.
And he's been like that the whole clip.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Stands back up to get some legit selfies here, but I would accept that upside down selfie.
What's up, Dingles? We got Dingles in the chat.
Nice.
Dingles in there.
Split S down through the ring. That was sweet. The dismount.
Trying to get down without breaking your goggles.
Anyway, great video there. Great line. Fun concept. All right. Here we've got Royden. I like when people kind of do like a whole like talking explanation, and I think Royden did the best one here. Plus, he's got a solid dive gap at
Hello
the
everybody,
end.
it's Royden coming at you from northern BC. And what we got going on today is a thing called iGal. And I've joined this freestyle competition for little tiny drones called Tiny Whoops. And there's this guy called Skittles who organizes this whole thing. And what he's done is for this first preseason challenge, he's given us 3 tasks. Here I am trying my best at completing task number 1. And this challenge is to do a split S maneuver over in both directions over just any obstacle.
It's also got the stick cam.
Now for this second challenge, I've got to do the same split S maneuver, this time through my open legs. And I'm doing it in my house because it was too windy outside. So that's a split S. And now for challenge number 3, what we got to do is any gap less than 28 inches. And here I chose to use this rack that goes on my wall and normally holds frying pans. This was quite
Rough
a challenge to bite
choice
off for
of the
myself,
dive
but I
gate.
gave it my best, and
Yeah,
we're going
what
to see if
the
it's a
heck?
fail or a pass.
28,
Oh yeah, how does it
28
a fail or
inches, not
pass? It's a
28
fail or a
millimeters.
pass if Skittles says it is, because he's going to watch this video along with probably hundreds of other submissions.
They go in the
And
fridge,
hopefully I
though,
do
no?
good. And if I do good, then we'll go into the regular season, and we'll try not to get any letters and disqualify myself. Alright, well folks, we're coming to the end of this, and thanks for watching. Hope you come back, and God bless.
Solid video there.
Hello, everybody.
That was a good video, yep.
Yep.
Royden races FMV with us too.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Oh yeah, I saw him there at the last one. All right, and here are our last two. The two that pilots didn't get all of the goals, but still great videos. This is the coolest spot I've seen in a long time.
What's going on, international whoopers? I'm Yannick and you're not. Yes, we're doing this, participating on iGo 6. Fingers crossed that this will not be my last video for this competition. Starting off with the first
Look at that
challenge,
place.
split S left and right.
Awesome.
Some of you guys
So
might
cool.
know the spot,
Beautiful.
some of you don't. It don't matter. It's a
Risky
beautiful
dive,
spot.
dude.
Right.
You cannot get out
We
of there.
follow up with the second challenge.
Surprised how clean his
Split
video
S
I
is.
know.
left and
That's what I was
right.
saying. Like
What the
almost
heck?
no
Through the legs.
breakup.
breakup at all.
If he's
Second
standing
one
over
was
there and
super
like
wonky,
the
so
whole
I
like
redid
earth
it.
is between him and the drone.
This is all what you're gonna get. This was
Is this
my last
on a
video, and
analog
to
camera?
make this
It,
count.
he has OSD when he
Typical
disarms at the
gorilla
very
whoop
end.
habit.
So
That's
like
a
I
really
thought,
fitting spot on my vacation.
I guess it could be.
Not sure if the
Wait,
following
when you
fits
do
for challenge
onboard
number 3, that's up to you. Skittles.
recording, does it have?
Peace
So
out.
not
I don't
quite a
know.
not quite a dive gate there, but still a risky
Yeah.
split S through
Yeah, this is
Or
a
if
this is
the
a
the
great
following
circle
spot.
here.
fits for
But
challenge
it's not
number
exactly a
3,
horizontal
that's
gate.
up
It's
to
not
you,
closed
Skittles.
off, so but
Peace out.
pretty sweet. Anyway, this was
It's
like
a be- some of you guys
That's
might know
great.
the spot. Some
look
of
at that
you don't.
place. It's
That's
like
scary.
that's so cool.
It
Yeah, how
don't
is he not getting any
matter.
breakup?
It's a beautiful spot.
No, there's like 0 breakup.
We
That's
follow up with the second challenge.
on board.
Great
recording.
video.
Could be walk snail with all board. I don't know.
Ah, no, that looks like analog. All right, Last top video here is Zox. This is a great
Toronto
video.
FPV in the chat. What's up, Toronto? But don't worry, Nick. Mine looks the same when I fly. I don't know how people think it's such a good video.
Just nailed that split, that ladder dive there. Some clean self splits. And then this would have been a sweet one. Oh, but just Kuwait doesn't get it. It has to go on a recovery.
Oof. Half an hour to get it back. That's.
But I don't know if you saw
you got it though.
if you missed this first one.
Oh, yeah, I love to see it again now.
The ladder dive here. He does tap the ground at the very end, as to why he technically doesn't fly away cleanly, but
Ooh.
still.
That was a tiny bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But great dive there. Such a clean exit on that whole ladder. All right. Let's do some scoring. Do you want to rewatch them, or you have numbers? Might as well just rewatch them. Okay, ball sack.
We can just rewatch them and give them scores as we rewatch them.
So
Or is the chat voting too?
The chat's gonna once we get to we're gonna put the final four up there, and then the chat's gonna pick which one of the four wins. So our highest scores combine no heads. Delete. Okay, so let's start off with Balzac. So again, Balzac did a ton of split S. Did a bunch of really cool ones. Some tiny gaps. He also did all of the challenges in one clip here at the beginning. For all of the goals.
I like the tiny gaps he did.
Yeah, the tiny gaps on the walls there. I was doing those at Rampage. These little pipes.
Cats, you can't quit.
Under the skateboard is pretty impressive too. Stuff. All right. And the tunnel. Wait a minute. That tunnel makes me realize we missed one honorable mention at some point. Where is it? Where's Cats? Oh, I skipped over Cats somehow. We gotta watch this real quick because he had a really
Cats, no!
Cats honorable mention here.
Here we go, Cats. We got your video.
The dive tunnel reminded me of it. I was like, wait a minute. There was one really sick dive tunnel from Cats right here. I do not know how he pulled that out of that. And then a Barani, pretty solid. Solid rip from Cats. Didn't do the selfies, but great rip. Yeah. If you watch this in slow motion. So close. Like millimeters from hitting it. But gets out cleanly. Anyway, nice video, Cats. Sorry skipped over yours there, but ball sacks dive reminded me. Anyway, I gave ball sack a 7.5.
Oh, we do it out of 10?
Yeah.
What are you rating this in at?
I'm just putting them on they're on the the website.
If-
I'll just,
Are we just
Like,
doing half?
understand-
Like
you can do
half
whatever you
steps?
want. You can do quarters.
All right, we'll do 8.5. I'll keep it in 0.5s. 8.5.
You could do 2 5s if you really want. I'll accept
Let
any
me do-
decimals, irrational numbers, whatever.
69.420.
Do a 7.
7. Okay. Next up, Bob Hilarious. Quicker video here, but sweet spot.
This one was sick.
Yeah, a lot of really
10 out
good
of 10
split
for
S.
location.
He does have cuts like between each of the different things, but
Yeah.
still, sweet location gets he does all the requirements. Really nice looking smooth exits on his split S as well, and then the tiny gap. Solid, to the point. I gave this one a 7.
Also 8.5.
I'll
They're
do
about-
another 7. Another 7.
And a 7. All right. Micton. This was the tree being felled as, or split as it comes down. Then he also does all the other requirements. Solid. Good execution. Nice video there. I gave this one an 8.5.
I gave it a 7.5.
Clista?
7.5.
Right. Next was Moik.
Who I am, and why does she give a damn about? I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday, don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby like you.
Big. Oh, he's got an eye on those goggles. Cyclops eye.
High watchability on that one. Good song. Solid overall. Did notice that they had tapped on both those dive gaps. We're gonna balance it and go 7.5.
I'm gonna give it a flat 8, I think.
Clista?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
6. All right. Next up was
I guess they'll
Shallot.
be ruthless.
Callisto's the replacing Tyrant, so he's got it.
Oh yeah, he's
Not that
got, got high standards. He's the Igo champion.
I feel like I need to change for a team all again.
Yeah, he just won IGO. He's like, oh, I could probably do that better.
No, I'm not. Not like that.
And it's like, I don't want to
I can't tell how high up that.
I hope I never keep you waiting.
Was that a drone he was looking at it
I
with?
think I know it all, but I don't.
Not sure.
Why you always at the mall when you're broke?
I just wanna ball.
This is the kind of video quality I usually get when I'm flying in my indoor space.
Yeah. I might trip, I never fall. God knows I came close.
Flashing
Don't try
garbage.
this at home. I know I probably need to do better.
Nice rip there from Shallot. I like the wings. Gave this one a flat 7.
7 for me too.
Callisto?
Do a 6.5.
6.5.
Started them all too low. Now I'm like stuck at that range.
Alright.
I mean, you got the full range from 1 to 10.
Oh, I didn't realize there the little was that a AI video there?
I got.
Yeah, it looks like. Alright.
Sweep does lots of crazy AI stuff.
He does.
I always see on his stuff. I'd say this is a classic Sweep video. Besides, it doesn't have a sketch, but it, you know, it's just a good rip. High energy, lots of clips. Some good dives there. Nice Maddie to Trippy there. Got that super snappy half Maddie action. Oh, that's self trippy. Nice. Sweep tube. Gave a flat 8.
We may get to 9 for me.
Callisto?
8.
Alright. On to Red Maddie. So oh yeah, there's his Race Scout prize package. Sweet rip here. I like the idea of the reveal. He's just like ripping around, and then you come up. You can kind of see him there if you're looking for him over there in the corner, but then it's like, oh.
You're like, what the heck?
It's ridiculous.
But then nails the split S through the legs there too. That's not a very big gap.
How many times do you have to film this clip where he's
Yeah.
upside down?
He's like, oh, gotta go
Hopefully
back
not
to the
too
front of
many.
the park. Just do the whole intro line again. Smacks himself at the crotch. Dang it. This is pretty cool too. Woo. Pretty graceful exit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oops. Where's my spreadsheet? There we go. I gave that one a I'm gonna go 9.25.
9.25. Interesting. 8.5 for me. Right around the middle.
Callisto, how you feel?
I'm thinking. Do an 8.5. That's really challenging. Upside down.
Okay.
Hello everybody,
It's
it's
got Royden.
Royden coming at you from Northern BC. And what we got going on today is a thing called iGal. And I've joined this freestyle competition for...
There we
Hello
go.
everybody, it's Royden coming at you from Northern BC. And what we got going on today is a thing called iGal. And I've
So
joined
now
this
I found a
freestyle competition for little
playlist
tiny
thing
drones
that like
called Tiny Roots.
automatically just fixes all
And
the
there's this
shorts.
guy called Skittles who organizes this whole thing. And what he's done is for this first preseason challenge, he's given us 3 tasks. Here I am trying my best at completing task number 1. And this challenge is to do a split S maneuver over in both directions over just any obstacle, horizontal. Now for this second challenge,
How long has
I've
Royden
got
been
to
flying?
do the same split
Did
S
he
maneuver,
say in-
Sure.
in
this
FMV?
time through my open legs.
Probably
And I'm
years.
doing it in my house
Do
because
you
it was
feel like
too
he'd
windy
be a good
outside.
candidate for the
So that's a split S. And now for
one of the
challenge number
teams?
3, what we got to do is any gap less than 28 inches. And here I chose to use this rack that goes on my wall and normally holds frying pans. This was quite a challenge to bite off for myself, but I gave it my best, and we're going to see if it's a fail or a pass.
I like that he just went for
Well,
something
yeah, how
really
does it
hard
a fail or pass?
rather
It's a
than
fail
just
or a
like
pass if Skittles says
Yeah,
it.
he's like, I'm gonna make the
Watch this
smallest
video
gap I can
along with
find.
hundreds of other
like
tra-
with like
submissions.
a couple inches
Hopefully I
between
do
the
good.
roof and
And if I
the.
do good, then we'll go into the regular season, and we'll try
Yeah, I
not
know,
to get
right?
any
It's like
letters
hard every
and
week,
disqualify
thankfully.
myself.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if
Alright,
it was
well,
a little
folks,
lower.
we're coming to the end of this, and thanks for
You
watching.
can't really like
Hope
go
you come
above
back,
it at all.
and God bless.
Nice video there.
Ends with just drinking water.
Yep.
Power move.
I went 6.5 here.
This is 7.5 for me.
Let's
Cool stuff.
go 6.
Okay. All right. Now we've got FPVpunk.cgn. He was the one at this.
What's going on, international
crazy spot.
whoopers?
Crazy
I'm
spot.
Yannick, and you're not. Yes,
I
we're
just
doing
kinda like
this,
the attitude, too.
participating on
I'm
IGO
Yannick and
6.
you're not.
Fingers crossed that this will not be my last video for this competition. Starting off with the first challenge, split S left and right.
It reminds me of something, but I
might
can't.
know the spot. Some
I
of you
know
don't.
exactly what it is.
Don't matter. It's a
Just
beautiful spot.
The music and the.
We follow up
voiceover.
with the second challenge. Split S left and right above the pilot and through the legs. Second one was super wonky, so I redid it. This is all what you're gonna get. This was my last lipo and I had to make this count. Typical guerrilla whoop habit. I searched for a fitting spot on my vacation. Not sure if the following fits for challenge number 3. That's up to you, Skittles. Peace out.
All right, great video there. Cool spot.
That was a good one.
I gave
Good
that
spot.
a 9 flat. If you had found some crazy dive gap, actual dive gap up on there, I would have gone almost 10 maybe.
I was gonna give it an 8, but I'm gonna do it 8.5 because the video is so clean, and I really want to know what he's doing and make the video so clean.
He's got like transponders everywhere.
Do another 7. 7.
And our final video is Zox. Zox FPV. So he's got this ladder dive, though he does have a tiny tab. This would have been a sweet one there. That's a cool gap. I feel like there was like a ladder right there. Like it couldn't have been that hard to get to, right?
Yeah. Gap.
All right. I went 7.75 here.
Do a 7.
Oops.
17.
6.
6. All right, let's sort them. See who the top 4 are by our scores. Looks like heads is not showing up, obviously. Oops, wrong way.
Maddie over Sweem.
Ooh.
Wow.
But this is so this
That was
now the
very
audience
close.
is gonna vote. Yeah. So it looks like
Oh
Micton,
yeah, the audience is
FPV
gonna break the
Punk,
tie.
Sweem, and then Red Maddie. Red Maddie a point and a quarter ahead of everyone else, but it's pretty close. Let's put this in the chat here.
So we're gonna do upside down whoopin', Sweem's rip, cool spot, and then what was the fourth one?
Why it's so small? It's Micton was the tree branch
Oh yeah,
falling or the tree falling. Split sassy.
very unique situation.
Okay, start poll. Which
I like boss X
video
window to window.
was your
Yeah.
favorite?
Allsec did some really good gaps and
Yeah,
everything.
he got beat out by a
Oh,
half
but
point there by Micton.
unfortunate.
Okay.
You guys gave him both 7 and 7.5. I mean,
I
what are you
screwed up
doing?
right at the start. My fault. Oh, you went boss back. My bad.
YouTube FPV dot punk dot cgn and Micton. Okay. All right, so the winner of this vote here gets the top video, and they get $25 cash as a prize from sponsored by NJNW, and then I also my best because I was always getting frustrated last season that like I had the video I thought should win, like never won. You guys just pick different things, so now we got Skittles pick for each challenge has best Skittles video or Skittles favorite video, and then I'm gonna give them $20 cash. Well, actually, I have it sponsored by Street League here. The first ones in the regular season, sponsored by me anyway. So if you can specifically cater to me and try to win $20 for my top pick, and let me see if I actually my top pick is the one I scored the highest. Red Maddie. Upside, I did give Red Maddie slightly higher score than Punk because of that he didn't technically have a dive gate, but my pick is gonna be for Punk. Sorry, Maddie.
Nice. Congrats, Punk.
So congratulations, Punk. Cool spot. I like just the overall like concept of the video. I don't know, or like just the music and the attitude you have with your voiceover. So let's see what the audience is thinking right now. It's close. Red Maddie and Punk are tied. We only got 5 votes. There's 16 people watching still. Let's everyone toss in your vote. Oh, and then the one other thing that we're gonna have that we don't have in this stream, but we will in future judges streams, is the people who don't have their, or actually it could just be anyone. If you fail a challenge or you don't get credit for one of the goals in the preseason, and you think that you actually passed, so this will be more for the regular season, there's going to be a form you can fill out, and then it's like a protest form basically, and then we're gonna
appeal form.
Yeah, we'll be like, I think I passed, then you explain why, and then we'll read that and we'll watch
cool. I
we'll
like
clip
that.
back with the judges, and we'll determine.
Get Derpy in here to decide.
Yeah, well, because I assume when there's a lot more during the season, and we're not watching them all, like there's gonna be volunteers that watch them, so like we won't even, like some of them I won't even have seen.
Yeah.
Beforehand, so I think that'll be entertaining. Those type of things are normally pretty fun. So And yeah, and that way then we can have like some check on judges trying to, I don't know, trying to make people fail to catch an advantage or something like that. I don't think anyone's actually going to do that, but all right, it looks like Sweem has a majority of the votes, 56%. I think he's going to take home our first challenge as the winner. If anyone knows a different way to like engage the audience, like what I ideally want is, I tried to find last season something like an app or something where you can just like click and vote while we're watching the videos rather than waiting to the end to do it like this, and then the audience's score could just be incorporated with the judge's score. We would just have a winner right at the end. But every like app or thing I've tried to use in the past just like does not work great. So yeah, I need to try to find something better. Okay, we're declaring Sweem the winner. Congratulations,
Congrats,
Sweem.
Sweet. Congrats.
There's our top. Okay. So this season, the most points you could get on a per challenge is 20, and if you have to get 10 to pass. So if you get one goal, you get 1 point. If you get a second goal, you get 3 more points, and then the final goal is 5 points, and you get 1 point for submitting a video. So that adds up to 10. And then you could get extra points, like, you know, for doing a cool video. But if you do a bare minimum, you get 10 points. Anyway, all right.
All 3 goals?
Yeah, all 3 goals and no extra nothings. So if you got but yeah, because in the regular season you were gonna have the goals are gonna become the requirements.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, I don't know if I want to, like, I want to have the videos premiere so that there's an extra reason to watch this, but it's kind of late to put the video out. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you think it?
Oh, about week 3?
Just like in general, should I put the video out earlier in the day, or should I premiere it
I
here
don't know.
at the beginning
I would
of
put it out
this
right
stream?
before the live stream, and then like segue this live stream from the video being released each week.
Like have it premiere at the same time the stream starts, basically? Because right now
Or
I'm
premiere
just
right before the stream starts. So they click on your channel and they like see that you're live immediately a little bit after.
Okay.
Or at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, because I just played it like in the beginning, and now I'm gonna upload it right after. So
Yeah, because if they click on the video, they'll see that you're live, and then maybe they'll come to the live channel afterwards.
I mean, that works. I mean, what you're doing works too. Premiering at the beginning and uploading at the end.
The way more people watch the stream on the weekend than watch the recap stream, which I think is kind of surprising because it's just like over and over again. I guess because they want to see their own video watch, but
yeah,
try to drive more people towards this stream where it's just like 90 minutes. We recap all the cool things that happen.
Yeah.
And then ideally I would want like a bunch of people voting. So we'll figure
Bob
out.
puts a good point out. Like the long stream, you can just tune in at any time, and it's good for any hour of the day. It's on the weekend, but like now it's not great timing for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. Because I wanted to do on Thursdays, but then I can't do it during FMV, obviously.
Yeah, I mean you could do it another day during the week earlier, but like then for some people earlier doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how early I could do it. If you do it at like 3 p.m. your time, that might be a little bit too early for me.
What if we did this as the start of the long stream? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually always available on Saturday, anytime.
Because that would be like Saturday. We review the top videos from the old one, and then go into the new videos.
We could try different things.
Could try that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this one, like, there's barely any people watch this, and it's kind of I feel like if we had more people watching, it'd be more fun.
Saturdays are going to be iffy for me this summer though, because I've got races usually in the middle of the day on Saturday. So if you start at like, we'd be like driving. I guess I could hop on while I'm at the race. Be like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm racing.
Maybe we could have it where I like pick the videos a little earlier and send them to you guys so that we have all the scores ahead of time, and then it's kind of like more than us scoring it. We're just reviewing them and then getting the audience's vote in there.
Yeah,
we'll figure
it
that
could
out.
also just be that it's the first week and people aren't super engaged yet. It'll pick up a little bit.
Yeah, the preseason is like I intentionally try not to have it be as many people as the regular season because that would be too much if there was like 1,000 every week. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah. So, you guys are both mentors too. So if you have your eye on someone like that you want on your team, I'll probably like ask. We'll form these teams at the end of the regular or the preseason, and then going into the regular season.
Are people gonna fill out a form to like request specific mentors, or you're just gonna assign people?
Right now they're just saying yes or no, so we'll kind of like go through and maybe we should have a show where like or a thing before the regular season where you guys like actually like pick them in some type of form.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for
Bye, everyone.
joining, everyone.
See
We'll
you next
see you on Saturday next week for the next judges one. Congratulations, Sweem, on winning the first challenge of the preseason.
Video.
All right.
Good luck on your flips and rolls.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.